Back to 12 News at 4 o'clock. It's Friday, which means for some it's date night, and we don't want your date night to get ruined. So let's talk about the top subjects that couples quarrel over, and it may surprise some, but others might say, oh yeah, that's a hot button issue.
Yeah.
So we've got our life coach and therapist, Juliana Liddon, here to help us break it down. Let's talk about kind of the most popular finance.
Money. You know, a lot of people have hangups on money. And sometimes you don't know their background with this. Sometimes they think, oh, money's bad, or I need to be in lack. And you get together and then you start finding out as you go, why are you so in debt? You know, why don't you want to spend it?
Right.
So,
and some
causes problems.
Sometimes too in the relationship, I've known people who one's the spender and one likes to save.
Yep.
And that kind of creates, well, why are we going to go spend money on food and drink when we can eat at home
That's
or
right.
something?
That's right. So you have to come together. You have to compromise.
Oh my
right?
goodness. Yeah, always compromise. But
Right.
then that also comes with conversation. So let's talk about the lack of communication skills that couples fight over.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing about communication, I will say it every time, as cliche as it is, it's all about that. And if you have trouble communicating, if you don't see that elephant in the room, if you feel like you can't bring something up, what happens over time is you have that slow bleed. And then you're like, now wait, who is this person I'm with?
Right.
And
You
have
don't even
trouble
recognize your own partner.
Don't shove it down.
I was going to say suppression's probably the worst thing that
Yeah,
you can do.
it really
Even if
is.
The conversation's uncomfortable.
Just do it.
Okay.
Just do it.
Intimacy differences. One desires the frequency, and let's talk about, you know, it's kind of like the saver and the spender in the same regard, but only in the bedroom.
It is.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it's all good, right?
Sure.
So it's how it can kind of drift into these places, two ships in the night, right? Because you're busy, all that. I say, you've got to pre-plan this. I know people laugh about that, but I think it really works for couples. If you put that stuff on the calendar, find when it works
That is,
for you.
it's actually too funny. Yeah, you don't want it to go from Netflix and chill to just Netflix, right? You want it to keep things going,
Yeah.
and make sure that you're with the right person in that.
Well,
regard.
that's for sure.
This fourth one on the list is my favorite: household
Me too.
duties.
Me too.
Why do couples fight about this? I
Ooh,
wonder.
I wonder, right? Are you kidding? I mean, I tell you, we have to do it. I make the dinner, he cleans up. You know, you have to come together on what that's going to be, because what happens is you get resentful. You start doing it, then the other person is like, takes advantage of it, and then you start getting really angry.
Oh my gosh, it's so true. And you know,
is.
once you get them to put the toilet seat down, you feel like that's a victory, but is that enough? Not always.
It's not. It's not. How about once in a while you make the bed?
Oh,
How about
gosh.
once in a while, right?
gosh,
Right.
don't
Get
even
me
get me
breakfast or coffee.
Yeah. You know, and it's so funny. I'll share this really quickly. We had a revelation. My husband will put dishes near the sink. And I'm like, what are you doing?
What is that?
And he said, well, they leave rings on the sink and it's harder to clean.
Oh, okay.
For me.
Wow, thank you.
So it was a big moment for us, yes. Newlyweds. Ain't it sweet?
Thinking of you.
Oh my gosh. If you guys have any questions or things that you feel like revealing on television, just shoot us a text, 602-444-1212. Let me just say, Ryan is amazing. I think we're going to want your questions answered in about 20 minutes, but we do want to check in with Lindsay before we put our foot too far in our mouth. Lindsay?